Rendezvous fans, good to see you.
Good to see you guys again. We missed you this week. Ken, as always, good to see you.
Tell you what, the first two triple horns were great, but this third time was the charm. Good to see you, Tom.
It's great.
Your hair looks good.
Great, thanks. That pink tie, just love it.
It's October, fellas.
Love it. Yeah.
Boobs.
Boobs.
Do the right thing.
Yeah. I love boobies.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Yeah, weird week, huh?
Very strange week. Maybe chalk it up to a good defensive week.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yes.
Had to be. Just, you know, strange things happen, and this week we have just a ton of great offenses on bye.
Oh, it's going to be rough out there.
I can't imagine what deep leagues are going through right now. Those 14, 16 team leagues.
Good Lord, I mean, who do you start? I mean,
frightening.
So many studs out this week.
Frightening. Yeah, a lot, and the injuries keep piling up.
Yep.
Just a weird. I mean, we're getting to that time. Week 7, 8, 9 is always a tumultuous effort out there for most fantasy teams. So.
It's gonna be real interesting, you know, the midway point in typical fantasy seasons, and you know, you're gonna be lucky if you come out with a win this week.
I hope there's a team in this league that's like in the 200s. I really hope it happens.
It could happen.
Very well could.
Do we have any idea what the lowest number has ever been?
Oh,
I mean,
I know it's in the 3s.
Can we get Osterman on the phone?
I know it's in the 3s, and a little piece of me says Carlson, but don't quote me there.
Sure.
Don't quote me.
Well, we'll get our stat guys on this.
We'll fit the Schwab. Happens. We got the Schwab working for us now, right? So
I'm sure you'll send us an email.
Yeah, we'll get him on that.
Well, let's dive in, buddy. I think I was one down on you.
You were, and you tied me up.
Coming in, yeah. Didn't do too bad this week.
You did great. You did great. At one point, you were 4-0. I thought you were gonna bring home the flush.
My wife jinxed me.
Did she really?
She said it.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! The no. Yeah,
so no.
Should have left you on the end of the bench there.
I mean, yeah, she doesn't know.
Yeah.
She doesn't really do sports.
It's a good effort by her. She's just trying to help.
I appreciate the optimism.
Yeah, she's rooting. She's just rooting for you there.
That's good.
Sure.
Yeah. Next thing you know, she'll want me to go to a book club or something with her because.
50 Shades of Grey.
Oh jeez. Not happening.
Yeah. One quick note. We have a controversy this week regarding the High Points Award, which, Henry, congratulations on winning your second. Well, he won one, but he didn't pay at the time. So right. But in a backwards fashion, the J-Man apparently has sent his check to the commissioner.
Oh, okay.
However, as league bylaws go,
clearly state
the check needs to be in hand.
Yep.
He's even given teams a little leeway based on the postmark.
Sure.
But clearly it's Wednesday. No check in hand. We gotta pass this one on to the next guy, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, rules are rules.
Right. So J-Man, the commish told me that he isn't apologizing to you. Not one bit. He told us multiple times. I mean, how many times did we say J-Man isn't paid on this show?
Well, let's see. This is week 7, so I'm gonna go with about every time.
Yeah. So J-Man, nobody feels bad for you. Yeah. Suck it up. All right.
If he was wronged, like legitimately, I don't think anyone actually.
Right. Not one bit. So Henry, congrats on your high points. J-Man, fuck you. All right. So moving on here, we got the naked pull-ups, Bad News Bears. Tough matchup.
It really was. You don't expect that kind of poor performance from Matt Ryan, and I think you know, just looking at this, I'd say that's really really what did it. Yeah. You know, this guy gets in the hundreds.
Yeah, that's the difference right there. I mean, you know, Danny's 70% start percentage. Douglas, of course, with his 100% starting percentage, but he literally had his entire team on bye.
Right.
So what is he supposed to do? I mean, Douglas, for you, really, just getting the win in that situation, I mean, that's one where you just...
But that's what winners do. Like, these are those crazy weeks that you need to win. So good job, man. That's what champs do.
Yeah, it's a tough one, Danny. I mean, luckily you're in a ridiculous division, so I don't think you'll have any trouble. Plus, you normally are scoring points, so I wouldn't really worry about it too much.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. My fellas, the tasteless platypus who we actually have live later, so stay tuned for that interview.
Yep.
Tasteless Platypus, I pick them, and then they win over the Penn State Daycare.
He's really got some good things going on. David, I mean, McFadden underperforming. Matthews is a joke.
Yeah.
Fucking joke. Just not what you thought you'd see.
Not a real pep squad this week.
Right.
I'm not real surprised. I have concerns now about Darren McFadden. He's,
no question.
Doesn't seem to be figuring it out.
Yeah.
So you might want to do something with that.
Yeah.
Fair call.
Matty, I mean, you addressed your tight end situation with that trade this week, so now you got Aaron Hernandez. That's going to be fantastic for you, I assume.
Yeah, do real well with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you got a tough week coming up, but way to pull out the Vic last week. Good work.
Well, that puts me at 2-0.
Right, I believe am I 0-2 at this point?
Yeah. Kind of why I brought it up.
Ouch, ouch.
We like to get around it.
Yeah, son of a gun.
Commish seems to be having a little better luck lately.
Yeah, 3-0 last 3 weeks.
Yep. He's on his uprise right now.
Terrible start. He's moving up.
Shiva Blast continues to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is just the trend right now.
Yeah, she was giving up. I mean, he's already done the my team is up for grabs deal, and he's cashing his chips.
I feel bad because I just think something up there was against you this year. I thought your squad was pretty decent. I mean, how do you go wrong with Arian Foster?
It's not a bad squad at all.
No.
I mean, nobody thought Andrew Luck would be spectacular. He's overperformed.
Yeah, he really has.
Fitzy is tough. I mean, any way you slice that one, he's putting up decent numbers under the circumstances. Martellus Bennett was great out of the chute. Now he kind of sucks.
Now where'd he go? Yeah.
Right, he's gone. Just Hakeem Nicks being and Hernandez getting hurt. It's not nothing you did.
That's
really
rough. Steven Jackson, he's a struggle this year.
Yeah.
A real struggle.
I mean, it's really nothing you did there, Carlson. You just kind of got fucked by the gods a little bit.
A little bit.
Which happens.
It might be all your dumb trades you throw out there a lot, so maybe think about that.
They're giving it to you a little bit, those gods.
Really
they urinated on your head and your mustache.
Yep.
Think about that.
Just some suggestions for next year.
Yeah. So we both took Garrett there.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're 3-0. Yep.
I was on my way. I was on my way.
Yes, you were. Next one?
Forget Favre. Good win over TDs and Beer.
Yeah. I mean, that's 5 in a row for him.
Right. I mean, especially when you beat a team that had RG3.
212 points?
Jeez. That's
you kidding me?
You gotta be feeling great. Do you have any idea how many points that one running play was towards the end there?
I think it was like $140.
$140? Yeah.
One play.
Jeez.
$140.
In standard leagues, that was like a 70-some point play.
Yeah. It's insane.
And he still got beat. I mean, I think Henry has something extra this year.
Yeah, he's got different dudes that come through for him every week. Sure. Last week it was Bradshaw.
Nope.
This week it's Jordy.
Jordy had a great game.
Yeah, I mean, and Ray is always going to be hovering around 100 points.
Sure.
So, if your quarterback play can get short up a little bit, I don't know how you figure that out, how you work that, but I mean, if you got a quarterback, Henry, you're scary.
Yeah.
You're very scary. Benny, you're off in the fucking salt mines over in wherever the hell you are, so I don't even see the point in going over your squad, really.
Nah, he's not listening anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there's, RG3.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's really all it needs to be said.
He did good.
Yeah.
I was right about Reggie Wayne.
Yeah. Yeah. The next one, the Harry Boys at Kate Post told me, while I ran her, that Andy Van Dyke has a tiny horn.
Tiny horn.
Now, that's a team name.
Yeah, that's this week's team name, apparently.
Right. Right.
Kind of hoping he doesn't stick with it, although he did win.
I mean, the thing about J-Man is he always tries to push that envelope a little bit. It'd just be nice if you would drop that envelope in the mail a little earlier in the season.
Sure, perhaps my team name could be, hey, I finally paid my damn money, I can enjoy these free points.
Right. God, that'd be nice.
Instead, we're going to use that money and get a little drunk.
Such a yeah, yep. No question about it.
So
maybe at the bowling alley.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like the bowl.
Yeah, I know you do. So anyway, J-Man took this one, huh? 850.
Aaron Rodgers. I mean.
Yeah, what do you do?
That's a good day.
What do you do there?
Real good day.
not much else to say. Sean Green. I mean, you want to talk about Sean Green? I'll
Well,
just give you a few.
Like I said, I think a show or two ago, I like to think of myself as a real motivator. I think guys maybe get a little angry when I say these things. So I'd like to think I inspired some man to have just a good day, because there's not going to be any more of them.
Sure.
At all.
Yeah.
So Sean Green can enjoy that. Was that against the Colts?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay. Well, then pretty much sums that up.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'll say this. If your running backs do anything for you, J-Man, this team is maybe the most dangerous in the league. I mean, you got A-Raj, Calvin, A.J. Green, who is just a fucking sex machine. If your running backs could do anything at all, you'd probably win some games, as proven here.
I think so. Yeah, I think Lynch is gonna have a rough time this week against that 49ers defense.
Yeah, J-Man might be in trouble a little bit, but
let's see what happens though.
As for the boys, not a bad week at all. I mean, 600. Normally, you're in the running at least, but
yeah, they did okay. Just didn't win it.
Yeah, you just gotta keep pushing, because again, 600, you're right there. You're either gonna win or you're gonna lose.
I like the tight end move you did this week. Picking one while Graham's doing whatever.
Yeah,
hurting on the bye.
Yeah.
Dez had a good game.
Yeah.
At least this time it didn't come down to whether or not he got the 2-point conversion.
Right.
Like it did the other week.
God forbid.
Right.
God forbid. Right.
I mean, it would have been kind of funny if we would have just made it worth 248 points
just for
the
this
2-point conversion.
Yeah.
We'll change it.
That would have been fun. That would have been fun. Yeah. So whatever. No big deal, Harry boys. J-Man. What can I say? Next one.
Well, now I know, because I said last week, just so you couldn't say I never picked him, I went with Daddy Long Dick, and look what happened.
It's a mistake by you.
He got the lowest points of the week.
Right.
I don't think he's going to bug me about picking him anymore.
I think we can all agree that Daddy Long Dick's brighter times are behind him.
Yeah.
I think this team has officially gone by the wayside. So let's just hope that you can squeak a few out here. I mean, if luckily that 4-0 start, if you can, steal one here or there, maybe get to 6-7 wins.
Yeah, I mean, you only got to beat one team.
Really, that's it.
To get in, I mean, it's that might have been a big enough start.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. But that division's getting tight, so we'll have to see there. I know that J-Man and the commish are only one game behind, and I don't know what to tell you, Peanut. I'd start trembling a little bit. But as for Rhonda,
not bad. I mean, just decent for the most part. A little shaky in a different part.
Yeah.
Jason Hansen continues to shine.
What a fucker he is.
Wow.
What a dick.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah, I mean, there's Charles question marks. Austin, didn't really do anything again.
Yeah,
just kind of a whole hum week, but good enough to get done. So what does that do for us then?
I think I went 4-2 today. You went 3-3.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that knotted up.
Knotted up at 19-17.
Well, we're on the right side.
Yep.
Yep. Completely out of the cellar. We know what we're doing.
Yep. Let's just quickly run down the divisions.
Yes, absolutely.
We got Doug's division at 5-1. We got Forget Favre moving up the ranks, 5 in a row, 5 wins in a row. BNB steals one, gets to 4-2, and Penn State, you're pretty much done. Goose is cooked.
That's rough. I mean, that's.
What do you do?
I mean, it can be done, but you got to pretty much win out.
I mean, maybe we can talk to Commish and maybe just get him some money for the best team name. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, or at least some sort of plaque.
Like maybe
or something.
A lap dance.
Sure.
Or something. I don't. We could figure something out there.
But you might want to. It might be time to just maybe see what you can get.
Yeah, I just don't know if you can overcome that behind 3 games.
Well, we're about to go halfway. I think
Right.
I think you're gonna have some real thinking to do.
Right. Yeah, we'll see.
See
All right.
what happens.
Carlson's division, we got Tasteless Platypus at 4-2.
Pick to click.
The pull-ups at 2-4, and Shiva Blast calling it a day at 1-5 there.
Well, it's still a competition. I mean, I think the Platypus runs with this. He's got a good squad. I think all he needs is just a few wins to just be safe.
Yep.
So
I mean, Danny's team. That's the thing. I think Carlson just looked at it and he said Matty's running away, and Danny's got a team that should be better than his record suggests. So I can't blame the guy.
Nope, not at all. Luke's division. Still pretty tight, I think. We got Rhonda Beatty rocking it at 4-2 right now.
Yep.
However, nipping at their heels, you got TD's and Beer. Benny's chasing them, and the Harry boys are 2-4. They're only one game out of being in a spot.
Yeah.
So right now it is anyone's game.
Yeah, it's closer. That's a closer division.
I worry about the boys. They lose this week. They might be in a real hole.
Yes, so long as I mean, I just think that in these divisions, Rhonda might run away with it, but
the time to strike is now anyway.
But I think that for sure that second spot is wide open for sure.
Absolutely.
Final to the mystery division, we got Peanut, aforementioned, at 4-2, Kate Post at 3-3. And Garrett at 3-3 as well. So
here they come, Peanut.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're making moves.
Now isn't the time.
They're making moves. So we'll see.
And that's exciting. That's wide open.
Yeah, that is fun. I mean, I've certainly never thought that Peanut's squad was up to snuff. So it's no secret when I say that I just don't know if he can hold on to this. But yeah, we'll see.
We will see.
That's why you play the games.
I suppose it's time to move on to the interview.
Sure.
Live via Skype tonight through the Northwestern Finest Sandwich Hotline, we have the owner of Tasteless Platypus. We have Matt Mataram, and he is handsome, and he is here.
He's talented. Here we have it.
All right, Rendezvous fans, we are here live via the Northwestern Finest Sandwich Hotline with the owner of Tasteless Platypi, Matt Mataram. I'm pretty excited about this interview, Tom, because as you know, I pick this fella every single week. He's 4-2. He's off to a rocking start. But Matt, before we start the interview, some of us may know, some of us may not, that my father, Donheim, you betcha, was actually one of your coaches in high school. He says hello, and he's very proud of your recent success.
Thank you. Tell him hi for me. I haven't seen him for a long time.
Oh, I will do that, absolutely.
He looks good. He looks real good.
Good.
Yeah. I just want to comment on, I mean, it's tight, don't get me wrong, but you might be the best looking son of a bitch in this league. I mean, that's gotta feel pretty good, I think, right?
Who's the runner-up? Who's my competition?
Well, I mean, the commish certainly is no slouch. I don't think anyone would dispute that. But I mean, J-Man's probably up there as well. I mean, I don't know if you can argue.
I beg on that one.
That's the jury's out. Jury's out there.
He's good looking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's a handsome guy.
Right. My first question to you, Matt, is you're the last of the former champs to join this interview here. How does it feel? Is there anything you want to say to the rest of the league just in regards to your ability to rise to greatness?
I guess there's nothing in particular. I just try to do my homework every off season.
Mm-hmm.
I don't put hours and hours into it, but like probably most of the other owners, you get a couple guys that you like, you try to go after them. Some of them are hit and miss. Some of them are pretty consistent. Well, it's fantasy football. More luck plays into it than skill, but
sure. So you don't think the amount of
I always have an agenda. So
sure.
Sometimes it works in my favor. Sometimes it doesn't.
Do you think it has anything to do with your ability to grow facial hair, or like
since 7th grade? Yes, that's probably has most to do with it than anything. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's what I thought.
Matt, you're off to a rocking start. You're on top of your division with a pretty commanding lead. However, it looks like your running backs got a little banged up last week. Do you think this is going to be a concern for the future?
A little bit.
Sure.
That was a brutal week for me. Both my starting running backs, Richardson and DeMarco Murray, got hurt in game, didn't finish the game after both of them were off to an awesome start in their respective games. I do have both the handcuff picks for those positions, but I don't know. Richardson's obviously the stud that everybody thought he was. He's, I think, the top 5 for running backs. So
correct.
That was a good pick for me. And I don't know. He's supposedly healthy. He's going to play, so I'm not really worried about him. But DeMarco Murray, even though he's been a little bit slacking for a first-round pick anyway, I think that's going to be a little bit longer injury kind of nagging for the rest of the season, so hopefully that won't hurt me too bad.
What do you think? You think he'll do? What do you think he'll do for a flex now?
I'm still going to try to do the 2 quarterback thing.
Sure.
I still got Stafford and Dalton, good old Andy Dalton, but and obviously I have Peyton Manning, who looks like he's just about back to MVP form. So
he does look good.
I'm happy with that pick too.
My ex-wife had sex with Peyton Manning.
Your ex-wife?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did she say she enjoyed that or not?
I'm sure she did. I mean, despite the he looks weird and his voice has got to be excruciating, but
he's got a 5 head.
He's good with his hands, isn't he? I mean, I don't think anybody would argue that.
Gotta be.
That fucking guy can throw a ball. My God.
Yeah, he's getting back into shape here.
He looks good. That's a great pick by you. So congratulations on that. Ken mentioned your division record. I mean, you're running away with this fucking thing. The pull-ups have a great squad. I mean, scary. They're scary, but they can't seem to win a fucking game. You got to just be stoked heading into these bye weeks and through the home stretch, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm set up pretty good. I got a two game lead on second place. Shiva Blast is pretty much done for the season, I think. But yeah, naked pull-ups he's got a good squad. He's got good quarterbacks, Matt Ryan, Drew Brees. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Right. Right.
He's got a good squad, so I think it'll come down to probably the last couple of weeks between me and him. But so far, so good, and I think I'll pick up a couple more W's. There's no doubt about that. So I'm in good shape so far.
Is there any team right now that you would not want to face in the playoffs? Anybody who scares you?
Not in particular. I know there's a lot of good squads. Forget Favre. I think he's got a good squad.
No question.
Sure.
Yeah, I think, and again, Naked Pull-Ups has got a good team. I think Rhonda Beatty's Heroes has got a good squad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's about 3 or 4 teams that definitely will give me a run for the money. I know that.
Sure.
What squad do you think could use your help next year drafting? There's some pretty poor teams out there right now.
Yeah, there's a couple guys that they were a couple years into it. You'd think they'd figure it out by now, but I don't want to call them out, but guess I'm going to anyway. Penn State daycare is awful, brutal come draft day. But again, I think he goes with the guys he likes, so
yeah,
can't blame him for that. But
he's got a good team name, almost as good as yours.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to talk about that? I mean, you're a regular. You never changed. You never wavered. You just. How did you come to that? Was it just something you thought was fun?
As far as my draft,
your team name
system,
your team name,
my team name,
yeah,
my team name. Yeah, I don't know how I came up with that. I think I was just thinking of crazy, weird animals one day, and the platypus came to mind, and I figured that was going to be my name, and I had to tie another word into it, and that was how I got it. There wasn't any special way or rhyme or reason about it. I just kind of threw it against the wall, and it stuck.
Have you ever eaten a platypus? I mean, maybe it doesn't have much of a taste. I mean, you might be onto something there.
I would assume they kind of taste bad. They're swamp animal, I think.
Sure.
I wouldn't be a choice of mine to eat one, but I've never really even seen one, so I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Well, either way, it's always been one of the commission's favorites. I know. He's always appreciated the originality there.
Yeah.
I think that's all I have, Ken. I don't know if you have anything left or you want to just go into the rant.
Well, I just gotta say, Matt, I mean, I don't know why I pick you every single week, other than the fact that you just don't let me down, ever. I mean, you just make me right, and
You're
I just
want
to extend a little bit of thank you. I appreciate it. But I think
right back at you. I appreciate it as well.
It's time to turn him loose.
Well, I have an opinion on that, and I know Matt's a terrible bowler, so I'm sure that it has nothing to do with your bowling ability.
Well,
you both can grow facial hair, so I don't think it has anything to do with that. His eyes are very piercing.
They are.
When he almost won best eyes in high school. I know it was close. He took one on the chin there, but they yet are very piercing eyes to look into, and I think that when you see him on the street, it's hard not to just want to be around what he's doing.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's about as.
Yeah, that competition was rigged, by the way. That the best eyes competition in high school. I lost to the commissioner, but the SOB put fake contacts in.
That's not what I heard. But he'll.
I'm all natural.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd say differently, but that's fine. Tomato, that's fine.
That guy's full of stories.
That he is. Well, you want to get into your rant then there, Matthew?
Yeah, I guess. Again, I don't have a whole lot to say. I'm going to echo what Doug said, and I think we all need to be more vocal and give each other a little bit more flack, a little bit more razzing. A little bit more comments on the message board, whatever. Shoot emails back and forth. I know my competition this week, and I have emailed a couple of times this week so far. Just add fuel to the fire for this upcoming week's game. But
I like that. I like that.
So that's one thing. The second thing I'm going to say is I apologize for the redundancy on the message board on my part. It's nothing I can do about it. I hit post one time, and for some reason it posts my comment 3 times. I apologize, but you guys are just gonna have to live with it. So
it's embarrassing, but it's funny.
To be honest, I like hearing from you multiple times. That's fine.
Well, yeah, it looks like I give a shit. I guess I don't know.
Right. I always like Luke's retorts. He always likes to re-comment on it. So I like that. I think it adds fuel.
Yeah, other than that, I guess I don't have a lot to say other than I hope I absolutely destroy J-Man this week.
As do we all, I think.
You and the world hope that.
I think he's getting a little bit carried away with his name changes. Just a little bit. If you could just shorten him up a few words, I think it would save us all a little trouble.
Sure.
We're 2-2 all time is our record. So this is going to be. Whoever wins this game will have the winning record, so this is a big game for us.
I like that.
Some bragging rights on the line.
I like that. Full year.
Bragging rights on the line. So
that'll be nice.
But I'm pretty confident, even though I got some pretty big buys. Peyton Manning and Julio Jones are both on buys this week.
Those are tough.
And again, I'm beat up a little bit at the running back position, but J-Man sucks, and I'm better than him, so I'm going to win.
He's very bad.
He's just terrible.
He's very bad at almost everything he does. So
I think he overcompensates for his stubbiness too much.
Sure, no question about that. No question. Sure. Well, that was great.
What an interview.
That was great, Maddie. I sure enjoyed talking to you again.
Yeah, than's for having me.
Yeah, you bet.
I don't want to give away any spoilers for the Week 7 predicts, but I think you know who I'm going with this week.
I bet money on that one. Yeah.
All right. Well, you got any final words, or you just want to ride off into the sunset?
It's been a good, another fun season, a successful season again. So, thanks to you guys for doing what you're doing and having fun with us. And
you bet.
Let's keep it rolling.
Sure. Sounds good. Well, that's Matt Matterum, owner of Tasteless Platypi. We should clarify that. Is it platypi, platypus, platypuses?
It's platypus is the plural.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
If your team, you got more than one guy, so it's got to be platypus.
Okay, I like that. All right, there we go.
There it is.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. Tasteless Platypus. Thanks for stopping into the Sports Rendezvous on the Finest Sandwich Hotline.
Stay tuned, Rendezvous fans. We'll be back with our Week 7 predicts. A handsome interview by a handsome man.
He's good looking.
He is.
They used to call him the Marlboro Man in high school.
Really?
Actually, yeah. He's got that rugged.
Oh, sure.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard not to fall in love.
Right.
You know?
I mean, that's okay. I don't mind talking about it.
I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine. I give him a back rub.
Well, absolutely.
I know J-Man has.
Oh, well.
Yes.
I'm sure even he fell under that spell.
Yeah,
So.
what are you supposed to do?
Yep. But terrific interview, Matty.
Yeah, good work out there. Like the Marlboro Man, you got a nice, calm, straightforward, straight shooting way to go.
I'm good and handsome, and this is how it is.
It's pretty good. Nice and easy. No fireworks. Nobody died. You know, I like that. Good work.
Well, let's see what happens this week, huh? We're all knotted up.
Yeah.
So let's jump into these Week 7 predicts.
All right, sounds good to me.
We've got Rhonda Beatty's Heroes versus the Penn State Daycare. Thoughts?
It's hard to. You just root for Dave.
Yep, this is where you gotta separate your heart from your head.
It's hard.
It's difficult.
It's hard to do.
Extremely difficult.
It's hard to do. Obviously, I'm taking Rhonda.
As am I.
Yeah.
I mean, you start recognizing these trends. I mean, despite the fact that Penn State has a pretty decent team,
Yeah.
it's just not happening this
A lot
week.
of buys this week.
Yeah.
A lot of buys this week.
Absolutely.
I don't think Tommy can do it by himself.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
So.
Not against the Jets anyway.
Yeah. No. Next one. I just don't think Sean Green can do it 2 weeks in a row for Kate Post against Tasteless Platypus.
There's no way the Patriots would ever let something like that happen.
Can you imagine that?
I mean, that's...
Do you think Belichick's head would just like fall off and roll onto the field?
Absolutely, and you know, Rex Ryan could rightfully take a shit in it if that could happen.
Yeah.
But it's just not gonna happen. I guarantee it.
Right.
As Rex would say.
Right. Good call by you.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm going with Platypus.
Absolutely, you know I'm gonna pick him.
Right.
They don't let me down.
Right. Yeah. I mean, unless Rodgers has one of his magical a la last week games again.
Twice in a row, that
I don't know.
typically doesn't happen.
Right. But if there's a guy that can do it,
He could.
Yeah.
He could.
Yeah.
It's a tough defense, though.
Yeah, I know. We'll see. We'll see. I at this point, I think the smart play is the Platypus.
Tasteless wins, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this next game, though.
Me too.
I take real interest in this one. Got some good teams going against each other. Bad News Bears versus TDs and Beer.
Mm-hmm. The RG3 show.
Yep. TDs and Beer needs a big win here if they want to pull ahead of the boys.
Yep.
The champs, they just seem to win. This is going to be a great match. I'm going to go with Doug on this one.
Me too.
I just think he's going to do a little bit better.
I heard another stat today about teams coming off a bye or players coming off a bye.
Really?
And I don't remember the exact percentages because they were crazy, like 57 and 48 and things like that. But it's basically players coming off a bye are, X, and that's a high percentage. 57 was one of them, 48% better stat-wise coming off a bye.
I suppose, they're not thinking about them. They're a little under the radar. They're fresh.
Yeah.
It does make sense.
And Douglas has quite a few of them, so coming off that bye. So I'm going to roll with it.
Yep, squad's kind of back in action. He's gonna do well.
Yep.
Gonna do well.
Next one, we got Shiva against the boys. Shiva's selling hard.
Yep.
But he hasn't really given up that much. And I looked at his roster and I just thought, it's a good roster. I don't understand. I understand your record's not that great, but you got guys healthy. Arian Foster against a terrible. I mean, when do you ever think you're going to say this? But terrible Ravens run defense.
Yeah, they're rough this year.
It's awful.
Very strange.
It's awful.
Maybe a little demoralized losing Ray Lewis.
Yep, perhaps.
We'll see what happens. They're talking about Suggs coming back this week. We'll see what happens. I mean, his ugliness, or his sugliness, if you will, could really affect the team in a negative way.
Just terrible. Terrible.
But we'll see. And both these fantasy teams here, they need a win.
Big time.
This is huge for the boys.
Yep.
If TDs and Beer end up winning this.
Yep.
So this is going to be a good game.
Yep, and you got Mojo coming off that bye against the fucking terrible Raiders.
They're rough.
They're terrible. Saints passing game is terrible. Vinny Jack should do, what he does. I'm going to go with Shiva. Call me crazy.
You're crazy.
I'm
going to go with the boys. I think they need it. I think they want it pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
They're moving some fellas around.
Yep.
Their Jimmy Graham dilemma is kind of rough, but we'll see what they do. But I still think they're going to take this one.
I think Jimmy's going to play.
I think he's going to play too.
I think he's going to play.
See how much action he gets, though.
Yeah, we'll see. Next one, pull-ups against MGH. Pull-ups, so much better than the record. MGH has been hot, but a lot of guys on bye, and And I just don't see how you don't take the pull-ups here.
The commissioner has had a great turnaround, great run. He's got too many guys playing the Jets.
Yeah.
That's just not a defense you want a lot of players going against. I don't particularly care for that strategy anyway.
Right.
Sometimes you don't have a choice.
Right.
And I think maybe this is one of those weeks. I just, great 3-0 run.
Yep.
He's basically, his team I think is going to do fine, but I just think he's due for a loss.
Yes, I do too.
And I'm going to go with the naked pull-ups on this one.
Me too. I like Breeze coming off the bye.
Yep.
His receivers are capable of big plays every time they're on the field.
Absolutely.
Alfred Morris has been better than advertised.
Doing real well. Yeah. I think Bradford could have some fun with the Packers secondary.
Right.
They're not that great.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't see how Danny doesn't get it together this week and pull one out.
I think he's got her. Yep.
Yeah. Next one.
Forget Favre versus Daddy Long Dick. I'm never picking you again, Peanut. Forget Favre wins this. I hope I just slaughter him.
I mean, I love your logic. Sometimes I just like to go against logic.
Sure.
Peanut, I haven't picked you yet. Not once. And Henry's won 5 in a row. I just feel like it's time. So, Peanut, I pick you. For no reason other than I think Henry's due for a loss. That's it. I still think your team is terrible. I hate Eli Manning, but he's playing the Skins. Chris Johnson, if there is one team where he can break out for a long run, it's against the terrible, terrible Bills defense.
They suck.
So,
good God. They suck. Their fans suck.
So bad.
Man.
So bad. Yeah, their fans. God, I wish he watched this show.
You ever meet one?
I have Jason Krall.
Oh, I'm familiar.
Yeah, he's in the Pants League, matter of fact. So I had an opportunity to interview him earlier.
Oh, really? That must have just been a real treat.
Oh, my God. Worse than J-Man. Like, worse than J-Man.
Well, I suppose he was actually in the studio. At least J-Man, we knew he was somewhere actually physically other.
Right. I mean, the thing about J-Man is he's actually really, really funny. Like, really funny.
Sure.
Jason Krall is just the Antichrist. Really.
Do you remember the time he just threw a phone in the commissioner's face?
I do remember that.
For no reason other than Krall's an asshole.
He's just a prick. Just a son of a bitch.
That guy.
Anyway, yeah. So that's it. A few different choices by us. Not many, but
not a lot. But we'll see.
Yeah.
This is. I don't think either one of us are racing to the finish.
Yeah.
Right
This is going to be an interesting week, though.
Slow and steady. Steady fight.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean these bye weeks are really going to take a toll.
Absolutely.
I think,
this is a particularly rough one, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I'm interested. I'm excited. So.
Well, I suppose we'll see you next week, man.
Yeah, good times. Get some bowling in. I see you brought your.
I did.
Your thing.
I did. I gotta go practice.
Oh sure.
Practice.
You're right.
After the show tonight, so.
Sure. Well, I'm probably just gonna chew and drink.
Yeah. Well, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah,
stop by if you feel like it.
Maybe I will.
I'll buy a cocktail.
Hey, all right.
All right.
I like that.
Until then, fellas.
Yeah, I'm Tom Triple R the third.
I am Ken. You goddamn betcha.
Thanks for coming by.
We'll see you next week.